Let's make it happen.
Don't look at me like that. This is your fucking job.
What?
And
Oh, shit!
I don't know, it's because people are idiots.
You bet it is.
Can we have a fact check on this?
He's just worried about his search history.
Should have had Eric Adams in there, bro.
I feel like I'm being summoned.
Yes.
And then we reached the point in the electoral cycle where we do better than dashing.
What?
And
What?
nobody seems to be mad at
I
that.
haven't heard that at all. They're firing! Like basically the exact same stuff.
Let's make it happen.
Don't look at me like that. This is your fucking job.
What?
And
Oh, shit!
I don't know, it's because people are idiots.
You bet it is.
Can we have a fact check on this?
He's just worried about his search history.
Should have had Eric Adams in there, bro.
I feel like I'm being summoned.
Yes.
And then we reached the point in the electoral cycle where we do better than dashing.
What?
And
What?
nobody seems to be mad at that.
I haven't heard that at all. They're firing! Like basically the exact same stuff.
The Eagles, man.
For some reason,
Huh?
there's not
The
as much
Eagles.
coverage. Don't look at me like that. This is your fucking job.
Caught up in your own dumb shit. It's just so needlessly long.
You get it.
They're firing!
Yeah, this isn't a stinger.
It's in stereo too. Nice. I hadn't noticed that before.
I didn't do that on purpose. The Eagles are the sound of freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I
everyone
hate
knows.
that, as you know. It's a podcast. Welcome to Shut Up, Dude.
I'm Hellvis.
Yeah, I'm Jizzy. What's up? What's up, man?
Let's get yelly.
My son fly kicked me in the balls this week. So when I was trying to make my bed, and he's quote helping by like rolling round, flattening it out for me. He's a very kinetic young kid, bro.
That's
like,
a very
smashes his
important
head
job
on-
in
on-
making a bed, though. The rolling on
Yeah,
it
it's
and
the rolling
flattening
on it. Yeah, bro. But if you imagine if you're on a trampoline, like running forward, and you want to land on your butt from a jump, your legs go straight out in front of you.
Yeah.
So that's why that's the smoothing over part that he was doing at the time when I was pushing the blanket around. He fly kicked me straight in the plums.
Did you hit him back?
Had to. Yeah, you got to show him who's boss in that moment.
And just bang, straight in the little balls. Nah, fuck, that would have sucked.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that comes with like having a kid. You get kicked in the balls. Like that's the part that people don't warn you about. They're like, you'll be stressed, you won't get enough sleep. Now, I knew all that. I didn't know I was going to cop so many shots to the stone.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I always crack up when you're like holding a baby. It's like they just have a sonar. It's like, if I kick him here, maybe there won't be competition for food. It's like a genetic thing.
No, it's a genetic thing in you that you see babies as like hostile competition.
Of course. Yeah, I think they look at everything as that. That's why they are always trying to get you in the stones, is because that's where they don't know how they know it.
I'll be honest, I've copped enough nut shots as a dad that I have wondered if it's deliberate or if there's some intent
exactly.
there. You know?
I think every dad who goes through that of like, fuck, and that's like the sixth one this year.
Yeah.
Fuck, and it's
Yeah, Millendale is nodding.
Yeah, I don't know any father that hasn't.
My kid's a little sass, bro. He calls me half a man.
Yeah.
He says I'm just a plain boy.
And
He calls me Mr. Buttface.
And a
then
butt with legs.
He says you're just a butt and a pair of legs, which I don't know whether to tell him off for, and I never get that far because it always cracks me up, the image of just a butt and a pair of legs walking around living its life. I just love that.
But to have all of the things that you do, like you're a very accomplished fellow, like you do a lot of really good shit, and your son's just like, no, plain boy.
You're just a plain
with
boy.
legs. Like, hey dad, can we do insert anything? And you're usually pretty good with it. You make deals to get him to do shit. He's onto a little fellow. He's an interesting one to talk to.
Teaching him the art of the deal.
Yeah. Have you ever had to deal with those kids that tell you a story and they tell it like this? We had at school, and you're like, this little cunt's thinking of the story as he's trying to tell me the story.
Yeah.
And you can't say shut up. You can't kill Whimsy and the child that quickly. You've got to let him tell his story.
Okay.
And it'll suck. But yeah, your kid, you ask him a question and it's like, well, I was wondering about the ghost skeletons that are in the corner of the room.
Yeah,
and
that is
like,
how he talks.
What the fuck did you just say? Ghost skeletons? Why is it two dead things?
Yeah, bro.
Like, yeah, ghost skeleton.
He surprises me sometimes, bro.
spooky.
Did an Easter egg hunt this morning. Happy Easter, everybody. He died for you. You should know that. But happy Easter, everybody. We did an Easter egg hunt this morning, and it was crazy what kind of clues he sold.
I think in the spirit of Jesus, we should go down to the local market and flip tables and start whooping people.
Hell yeah, dude! The local market. I think we're supposed to go to.
Guys.
You're supposed to go to the bank.
Go to the banks and start whooping cunts for charging interest.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard case.
Yeah, I got my problems with Jesus, but
You're
flipping out at the money lenders. I get it.
But say with your Easter egg hunt this morning.
Oh no, it's just interesting what clues he gets, and what he can put together as a, at 5 he's totally fucking manic, and like more beast than man in so many ways. But he can put together puzzles that I didn't think he was going to be able to suss out, like stuff I thought I was going to be able to help him with, like riddles and stuff that his mum hid around for him. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, last night I got a call from my olds up in Kawerau, and my young fella's up there currently.
Yeah.
He's just doing school holidays with the grandies, and that was his last night. But my old man, bro, he's much like myself. He's cooked a big dinner for his family, and he's having beers, and he's having a good time making jokes. But he can't mock his wife. He'll get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Can't mock his mother, because he'll get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to mock the grandson, fuck, he's just chilling.
Who's left?
His Down syndrome brother. So he starts telling everybody, bro, that his brother looks like Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
Yeah, okay.
And he's trying to tell Arden, like, you know who Peter Griffin is? And he's like, I'm not allowed to watch that. I'm too little. And
yeah.
So, of course, yeah. But you know who Peter Griffin is, right? With should we get Will, like, get him a shirt and get some green pants? Now, my young fella, bro, he's like the voice of the voiceless, man. Like, he's there for the downtrodden. Like, you can't pick on somebody like that in front of him without him not being on your side anymore. So him and Flash been fucking boys the whole time. And then last night Dad's had a few too many and starts ripping on his brother. So he looks like Peter Griffin. And my young fella apparently didn't even look up from his food and was like, well, you must be the son of Peter Griffin. They just kept eating, and Dad was like, the hell did you say? And he's like, the son, and he's like fatter than the dad. That'd be you. And what's his name? My mum was like, I don't know. And Arden goes,
listeners to.
Arden's like, well, who would know? Who watches it? And she's like, I think your father watches it. And he's like, ring him, we'll find out, and then we'll call him it. Fucking the old man got the shits, bro. Fucking finished his beer, went off, hopped into bed, didn't say goodnight, just packed his sad.
Oh, the Irish goodbye.
Got him in the soul, I think. Just trying to be buddy, shitting on a family member, great New Zealand pastime. And the young woke kid, bro, coming to defend him. Put his ass to bed, bro. It's too funny to be.
The big social cut down, bro. I've seen it. It seemed like the apple don't fall that far from the tree.
Well, there's 3 of us now. And it's like the triad is gonna form soon. And it's just this,
the unholy trinity
of hate and roasting cunts.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad doesn't strike me as very hateful.
Nah, he's actually a Labrador, but he's real good at giving shit. He's
good at giving shit. Yeah, but he's
faster than I am. Like, I'd love to have him on the podcast, but he doesn't know what the internet is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we could blow his mind with some stuff then.
Oh, yeah.
There's been all kinds of stuff happening on the internet.
Isn't there? What do you want to start with?
What do you want to talk about tonight?
That fake-ass fucking astronaut shit where they sent those whores to space. Bezos sent those whores to space.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, they took some...
Do you reckon it was real?
What do you mean? Do I think they really went to space?
Do you think anybody can film anything?
What did they go above? The exosphere? The mesosphere? What did they go above?
I don't know.
Okay, they
the
achieved
roof-
something like weightlessness, like the like the vomit comet or whatever.
Or that Virgin flight that you go to the edge of space and start floating.
Yeah, there's a handful of billionaires to win this space tourism stuff, and I guess Jeff Bezos did it for these ladies for free for the photo op and stuff.
Why did Katy Perry go to space with all those other ladies and come back and
To
be
get
like,
attention.
and come back and be like, I feel real connected to the divine feminine.
Yeah,
You're like, the what now? Whore?
to get attention.
Didn't you kiss a girl and like it? Like, what are you doing? Why are you the
is that her?
Yeah, why are you the lady venturing into space telling us that you've connected with the divine feminine? Those bitches were up there for 11 minutes, came back and kissed the earth.
Yeah.
It's all just weird. You see the footage of Bezos running around it and he fell in a hole?
I did see that.
I loved that.
Yeah.
I felt that good.
And it is nice to see that that those guys.
All the people
shit their
accusing it
pants
of
as well.
fake because it's got no fucking burn marks or whatever. I don't know about that shit. The re-entry burn marks and stuff.
Re-entry, yeah,
I don't think
that's how that works.
it even had re-entry.
I think you have to come down from further up to
yeah,
get
that's
that.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But what I found funny was they landed, they set up all these cameras, and then the people inside the capsule opened the door. And someone yells out, "No, shut it!" Like, don't. So they have to shut the door.
There's footage of this.
Yeah, and Bezos comes over with a lever and wrenches the door open. That we know is open.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's all photo ops and shit. That's why it's real weird.
They didn't have a good stage manager.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Yeah.
Amazon didn't have
It's
a good
crucial,
one.
bro. You got to have that.
Should have done what Elon did and fucking AI'd the footage of them coming back.
Yeah, could have
With the
done.
dolphins and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, just the whole thing seems fucked up. And the whole, like... There's people pointing that
It's
out
a
that
big
it's
look
like
at
a
me spectacle,
satanic ritual, bro, of going up in a
Everything's
dick.
a satanic ritual, Hellvis.
Yeah, of course. Fuck it. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything like going up in a dick, though, and coming back in an egg. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yeah.
Profound.
Or it's just
You fall
fellas with too much fucking money.
We used your stinger tonight because we're using your audio gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Of freedom, dude.
even though you won $5 for not glitching.
Give it to me.
Nah. Come and get it. Wristy.
All right, I will.
It does look like balls, eh? That's not just me.
Does it? You just see
It's like a
penises
child-
everything you look at.
It's
you
a
can see-
satanic ritual,
if,
bro.
if people want to see what I'm talking about and why I made that fucked up noise last week, it's patreon.com/shutupdudenz.
Compression tape.
You just see penises everywhere you look, though, right? This is
At you.
this looks like a penis
It's
to you.
quite phallic.
You think so?
It's just the way you're holding
This is how
it.
my
It makes it
physio
look
told me
like
to do
kid
it.
drew balls. Like, yeah.
Well,
It's all good. We'll move on.
yeah. Let's move on.
Did you get any more hilarious shit you wanted to yell about?
NZ First was doing victory laps about changing the definition of pregnant people to pregnant women. Which, guys, we got them. we finally got the sons of bitches.
Took 'em.
Yeah, bro. Let's all crack some champagne. We fucking got them, dude.
We came.
We got 'em.
We came. They lived. They're dead. Fuck off, eh? Why?
They're laser focused on the big issues.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
why.
Fucking-
Come on. Yeah. Pregnant people is not incorrect. Right?
So?
So it's not broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be a different thing, but it's not broken now. It means the same thing. Pregnant people. Show me someone who doesn't know exactly what that means. What, like changing it back to pregnant women and then going like, guys, what you voted for, right? Common sense. Like,
Yeah.
you have nothing else to do, dude. What
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing?
The idea of a guy sitting at home and it's like his missus is making dinner, his kids are all hanging out and shit, and he's just sitting there with a bourbon, like, she's like, what's the matter? And he's like, it's not fucking pregnant people. How long is this fucking with people to be like, it's a victory?
Yeah.
Like, you must have had some weird times thinking about that or something related, and you take this as a win. It's like, does this even affect you?
It's the culture war, man.
Most of the people who are fucking going on about this look like they can't have children. So it's funny. Like,
Yeah.
inseminate or get inseminated. It's like, yeah. They don't. It's over for
Episode title.
Yeah, fuck Winston Peters is just I hope he dies soon.
It could happen, bro.
Just because it would be great to be a part of a big New Zealand funeral like that. Like, I'd go. Be like,
Go
wow,
to Winnie's funeral.
what an entity.
Bludge a couple darts.
Fucking, eh?
Yeah.
That's right. I'd take darts.
Bring your hip flask.
Walk around with some ciggies. We all know.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. He's just such a fucking strange case study.
It's a strange case study, man. Yeah, he's fascinating. I'd read a book about that guy. Gang numbers are up. Did you know that?
Yep.
So the crackdown on free speech that the Tories did, where they're like, you can't have a picture of a bulldog. You're not only if you get it tattooed on your face, then you can have it, but you're not allowed it on like a jacket.
Yep.
So that didn't work somehow. Like,
yeah, it's weird. It's almost like you pissed
crazy.
them off, and it just made more.
Yeah. Did you know that crime rises along with like financial instability and inequality? Did you know that?
Yeah, I thought there was a link.
You knew that?
Yeah,
and
but
I knew that.
But
Isn't it crazy that we know that?
That's me using like my feelings.
That's your feelings,
statistics.
bro. But if you and I knew that, and they knew that, and they've made inequality and financial instability worse on purpose, doesn't that mean that they're knowingly creating crime?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
You know
knowingly
why?
creating crime. They're also why?
Because it creates great athletes.
Yeah.
Ghettos make great athletes.
Yeah.
That's why. You need fast fellas that can throw a ball.
Yeah.
So
we're going to need some very poor areas.
yeah, bro. That's how you get Mike Tyson. You don't come
Yeah.
out of the suburbs.
Do we want Mike Tyson?
I don't, but these fellas do.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah. What's the other reason? Like, I'd feel better if they came out and were like, look, we just have to have poor areas because we really like sport. That would make more sense than we're doing a great job.
It's to get wage growth under control.
Not working.
They've got wage growth under control. Was your last pay rise commensurate with inflation?
No.
Or maybe
it was complete bullshit.
Yeah. Nobody's was, bro.
No,
they got wage
shit.
growth under control, and then inflation came down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you look at any
They're making it worse on purpose,
Yeah.
knowing that increases crime, and doing the whole like, yeah, but we're tough on crime. Like, in what way? We banned pictures of bulldogs, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
No one else did that.
Yeah. And that's fine in regards to free speech, right?
Yeah, I fucking retarded, man. And
yeah, it's fucked.
it's so funny, like, if you've made the choice to join a gang,
yeah,
how hard do you think the decision it is to tattoo it on your back? Like, if you've got a patch and they say you can't fucking wear that, and the press goes, fine, we're all getting it tattooed.
Yeah.
How many of the mongrel mob do you reckon go, I didn't really want a big back tattoo?
Yeah, it's not really going to happen,
I don't
right?
think anyone gets to push that back and go, nah, come on. Nah, Dave doesn't like needles, guys.
Yeah, bro.
This isn't fair to Dave Dog.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, I reckon they're all like, we'll fucking show them then. You know, it probably makes it worse. Like, it just makes the gangs more hardened in what they're up to.
Yeah, more hardened and
bro.
insular and secretive.
Yep.
So they're tough on crime, law and order. That's the kind of things you got to say.
It's so fucking weird, eh? Like, you're making gangs worse while going after, like, the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, bro. That's
anything.
Yeah, for anything.
Yeah.
Like, and regular people don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Only fringe weirdos care enough about this to get real excited about it.
It's people
and
who've
I've
also
only
got
activated
nothing, bro.
because fringe weirdos are now responsible for some government policy that targets trans people that it didn't fucking do anything.
I was thinking about this the other day, how, like, when I was a kid, I remember both of my grandparents had big gardens.
Yeah.
Like, huge gardens.
Yeah.
And they would all shit you could eat.
Yeah.
And if they would if they would get too much, they would just go and give it to people they knew.
Did you know that's illegal?
I do. I totally do. It's hilarious to me.
It is now.
Bro, it's Komodo. We're pretty good at selling plants that are illegal.
You'll be right.
Yeah, we'll be okay. But with the uptick in boomer cookers, like boomers who are doing conspiracy shit,
Oh, bro.
go make your fucking garden.
Yeah.
Like,
go grow your own food.
You're just on your phone too much.
Yeah, bro.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's a hard thing to do. Young people are having a hard problem with this, but you've never even seen a PlayStation. Like, you've never played a game. So you've got the fucking universe in your hand, and it agrees with me on everything. It's like, you've been on it for 6 hours. Go plant spinach or some shit. Silver
bro.
Go
Touch grass,
touch
as
grass,
they say.
you fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
Touch
bro.
dirt. Go deeper than the grass. Like, I was thinking about it, though, of like, man, we would have had a way different childhood, and food-wise, I wouldn't have had anywhere near the amount of vegetables if my cuddles were sitting on their phones being like, fucking gays. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but they weren't. They were out building in their yard. Like, that's just such a weird concept to me now
They're
that's
up to
gone.
shit. People are sitting on their phones and stewing. Yeah,
bro,
bro.
just
And only once
brooding.
they get real mad, they start doing shit. And a lot of it turns out to be dumb shit.
Bro, and you imagine, like, if you say you're the old boy and it's like, oh, I've actually just realised I've got 50 more carrots than I thought.
Yeah.
Graham loves carrots. I'll take him a bag. So get a bag of carrots together. You go over. He's on the way. Hey, I got all this silver bean. Oh, I got all these carrots. Well, catch you later. They go opposite ways, and it's like, he's a weird one, eh? And that's it. Like, there's no, like... That's their interaction for the day.
Yeah.
So it's like, instead of on the internet where you're either talking to someone who agrees with you completely or is on the extreme opposite side of your opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you need exchanges that are just nothing.
I've seen a couple exchanges on the internet this week, bro.
Yeah. That was a good one. I didn't see that
You
coming.
caught the eye of Sauron, bro.
It's funny, though, to be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And then it's like, oh, fuck, he's actually talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the uninitiated, there was an incident with the Shut Up Dude NZ Twitter account, which you can follow if you want to see like real hostile shit happening on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not here to make friends.
Nah, bro, you're pretty brutal on that account.
Yeah. I'm fair, though. Like, I do pull up if someone rips me out and I'm wrong. Like, I will admit it.
That's fine,
Yeah.
but you've told me that's only a tactic you do to fuck with them.
Yeah. Everything I do is a tactic to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just point that out.
Well, yeah, Willie Jackson had commented about... I put up a thing about David Seymour was making all this noise about wanting to debate him.
Yeah.
And Willie has said, like, I'm not fucking entertaining this fella's ideas. And he said that ages ago of like, nah, this won't go anywhere. He doesn't debate. Like, he's just going to, like, raise all these
David Seymour famously does debate.
No. This is what Willie's saying.
So I strongly dislike David Seymour, but Willie Jackson refusing to debate him is because Willie Jackson would lose a debate to David Seymour.
Anyway.
And if you've seen a lot of debating, this happens all the time where it doesn't matter who's right, it matters who's good at debating.
Yeah, well, Willie Jackson did that won that debate in Oxford.
Yeah.
So I think he can.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Should I know that about
him. He's actually really, and that's why he was like, what David Seymour does is not debating. We are not trying to have a back and forth and beat each other on what's being said. He's going to just throw shit in the air.
Populist shit,
and
bro.
Yeah, that's why he's like, I'm not doing that because that's not a debate. And so
I didn't know that about him.
And
That's
Seymour's
awesome.
like, well, see, he won't debate me. And it's like, because you're not debating him.
Yeah.
You're just doing this wrestling shit. You're just running a promo.
Yeah.
That's not the same. And so I said, bro, do you honestly believe the stuff that comes out of your mouth?
Yeah.
And he said, what in my above tweet do you believe not to be true? And if so, what part?
Oh, I have one. He said it got 80k views. It got 80k impressions.
Yeah,
that's not views. That's somebody scrolling past it is counted.
This is the great part about the internet and people who are trying to win. That he said, like, what did I think? What was I saying wasn't true? I wasn't asking about the tweet. Technically, what he wrote doesn't come out of his mouth. I'm talking about the stuff he says, like when he defended that pedophile.
Yeah.
And
that's an important one.
I said, I'm not talking about Willie Jackson. I'm talking about how that whole defending a pedophile thing and the whole, or most of New Zealand thinking you're a cabbage thing.
Yeah. And I love the way you phrased it.
I was quite proud of it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just off.
Yeah.
Like Ricky LaFleur or something.
The kicker here is, firstly, if that guy's up to shit and can debate and knows what he's doing, why was he replying to me?
That's a rookie mistake, bro.
That's a dumb idea to anybody to do.
Yeah. We've been talking recently about the fact that if anyone could rock up Luxo, you could.
Yeah.
And the very next week, you rocked up David Seymour.
He came...
For real.
Yeah,
you rocked him up.
It was, and that's all I could think is, like, I think I commented it 2 minutes after he posted it. So I'm probably just the first one.
Oh, yeah,
and that's why he's seen it. And he's foolishly taken the bait.
People can turn this into a Tui Teka, like... account, right? Where you just instantly are the first person to show up and talk the most shit on people.
Yeah.
And you can turn that into something if you want, because
Yeah.
that Tuiteka guy was probably making money on that somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he was being paid by any political organizations, but I am saying that he was making money somehow, you know?
Yeah, well, I didn't really think about it when I did it. I've commented to David Seymour supporting pedophiles heaps. Like
You
that
get
guy.
a rephrase?
What did I say? I've commented about him supporting pedophiles heaps.
No, yeah, that doesn't matter.
Oh.
Move on.
Oh,
It's
sorry, I
alright.
fucked up the house. Yeah, like I've commented on heaps of his shit. Like if he responded to me and then I've gone like called him a cabbage and said he defended the pedophile.
You didn't call him a cabbage. You said a lot of people think he's a cabbage.
Well, thank you. That's why you're coming to the courtroom.
This is why
Yeah.
this is debating, bro.
That's why you're my attorney. Yeah. So the fact he actually looked at that post and was like, I'll show him, and like, tell me which part I'm lying about. And like, why would you even give me the opportunity to say anything? If he would have had to do that, then I've called him the cabbage thing. Then he's gone, motherfucker, I can't reply to this. This is gonna. If he searched our account and connection to him, like if he went on his own page and searched "shut up, dude,"
Yeah.
it would just come up with hundreds and hundreds of. Why did you support the pedophile?
Yeah.
Why are you support?
It would, yeah.
Why?
Now,
Why?
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, that the new conservative move is grab the stupidest people and dunk on them and go,
Yeah.
all my opponents are like this.
Yeah.
He's mistaken you for a stupid person. You're a very gruff and abrasive person online, but you're not a stupid person.
Yes.
And he's
Don't tell them.
bro.
I'm working very hard.
Wow. Whatever.
They need to think I'm stupid.
Yeah. I think you have a real knack for... Like, bro, like I said, we were just talking about it. I can't believe you caught the Eye of Sauron like right after we talked about it. It's good. There's something there.
I didn't see it coming, but I did enjoy. I posted it on Facebook. A screenshot of the exchange, just being like, "Shut up, dude! Speaking truth to power since ages ago,
Power, brother."
Should we
Hell
break?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Oh,
Before you
boy.
start, I want to just throw something real funny up.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know who Hailey Joel Osment is?
Some child actor, right? What show?
He was on The Sixth Sense.
Okay, yeah.
That kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not a kid now, eh?
No, I assume that he grew up in somewhere. It's not a Peter Pan situation.
Yeah, he's recently been arrested for losing his pants at a resort.
That could happen to any of us.
While drunk as and in possession of a substance he wasn't supposed to be,
That, again, could happen to any of us.
and hurling Jewish slurs at cops.
Now, that could only happen to one of us.
And Mark Norman, he's the reason I know about it.
Yeah.
His comment, he's just reposted the article, but his comment is, I see 6 million dead people. Which I think's wonderful.
He's of everyone on the internet, he's worth a follow. He'll give you a
He's worth it
4
as.
6 word joke. Yeah,
Yep.
he's the man.
Yep.
The more victory laps from the New Zealand Tories is that they got a lot of families out of emergency accommodation. And you might ask, and into what? And the answer is we
Tents.
actually don't. We don't keep track of that. We got them out of the emergency accommodation. You know what I'm saying?
I did hear of a story where a person got offered money for a tent.
Oh, nice.
In New Zealand.
Yeah. Am I just allowed to camp anywhere? Like, no, you'll get in trouble for that.
Yeah,
No,
immediately.
No, you can't just set that up literally anywhere. You're not allowed to. Not on dockland, not on the street.
No,
Sorry.
sorry.
Not on someone else's place. So, yeah, out of emergency accommodation and into who gives a shit. The good part is they're saving us money, right? And the best analogy I could come up with is if you take your kid to the dentist and they're like, we saved you $3,000 on your kid's dental bills. I'm like, awesome. Like, well, what condition are his teeth in? I'm like, oh, we actually don't keep track of that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so I'll check it, even though you're all right. And you look like, oh fuck, he doesn't have any teeth. Like, yeah. I mean,
That's why he doesn't have any problems.
yeah. Like, we don't sit around counting teeth. You know, we get shit done.
Yeah.
Save you money.
That's not our job.
I wanted him to have teeth. It's kind of why I brought him here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Or where do they go? We don't keep track of that.
Yeah, they did the same thing. The last national government did the same thing where they celebrated getting 30,000 people off benefits. That's something worth celebrating if you say off benefits and into work.
Yeah.
But they didn't say that. It's
They just
30K
cancelled.
people off
Yeah.
benefits. They're like, well, where are they now? No, we don't measure that. But they are off benefits.
This place
cool.
rules.
Yeah, bro. I had another analogy. Tell me if you get sick of it. But I reckon politicians are like bartenders, where, like, okay, imagine for a moment that rather than the government being your boss, that the government worked for you. Like, the state as an apparatus of the people. If you ask someone who works for you, tell me about this fuck up that happened on your watch, and they go, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah. Do you know who says, I don't know? A boss.
Yeah.
A shitty boss.
Someone
dude.
that doesn't have to give a fuck.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. You figure it out. And that's, we get that answer a lot. And I think, regardless of your politics, you shouldn't have someone like
Do
that.
politicians have
at the helm.
KPIs?
I assume so, yeah.
Bro, here's the way to do it, is the day they get voted in, you suicide squad them and like put a bomb in their head or poison, and it's like, now if you don't hit your KPIs, you don't get the antidote. Like,
You want to jigsaw these motherfuckers?
yeah, bro. Well, nothing else works.
Well, have we tried everything?
Nah, it was like the third thing I come up with, I think, was
third.
poison them and give them the antidote.
Go
if they-
full serial
yeah.
killer.
No, it doesn't kill them.
If they're like bartenders, then our first instinct should be that they're scum and we got to watch them like hawks. Shout out to anybody who's bartending
was a
out in the
bartender.
audience. Yeah, and you're scum and you got to be watched like a hawk. But at the same time,
You're a waiter.
But you run a tight ship. Like you're a competent person, and that's why you're a good bartender. So it's like if a politician is a bartender or a bar manager, you got to keep an eye on them. And if there's fuck ups and they go, I don't know, you get a different bar manager. But I was thinking about like the red shirt bartender is like competent, is like Chris Hipkins, who's like competent. He's kind of annoying, but there's no piss on the floor.
But
He won't serve
the
you.
moldy
He won't
customers.
serve you. No, he won't serve you poison, and there's no piss on the floor. But they're like, he's kind of a nerd. I wouldn't want to hang out with him. Like, you're not hanging out with him. He's serving you drinks in like a
that's all you
legal and
need.
responsible way. But like, but I saw him serving a gay guy. Like, I don't want to drink in a gay bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we'll get the blue shirt guy in. He's letting in underage people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Nah. I think it's just wrestling. It's theatre. It's gay theatre. They have a big
there's more
Jabba
of
the
it
Hutt.
than there was a
Jabba
while
the
ago.
Hutt sits there and says, like when you watch the footage of of them in the house doing the defunded police part, and they look like high school kids trying to get away with saying slang. And
Yeah.
like Chris Bishop does it, and Brownlee pulled him up on it.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is painful to watch. These are like, this isn't how I thought we were supposed to have leadership.
Yeah.
And that's just a glaring example of it. Of even like the whole, you're not allowed to talk if there's a person talking, and you're not supposed to heckle them, and they do.
They do, yeah.
Well, fucking, how'd you get? Like, how the fuck can you have that? Of like, you're not supposed to talk when this person's talking. You're supposed to be listening.
Yeah.
And they're just yelling shit. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, you wouldn't be doing that if you had a microphone. You know, like, they wouldn't operate that way. It's just shit. It's a theatre. It's a performance.
It's run the way it's run. If you're proposing a rule change, I'd like to know what it is.
bombs in their necks.
Yeah.
Poison.
If you speak out of turn,
Consequences.
you'll
Yeah.
explode.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't really...
No, not that severe, but I don't know, a level of severe.
You'd be ejected from the house, as it were.
Something. Find them. Why can't they do that? Find them.
Find them money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll settle everyone the fuck down, won't it?
They could. I
Yeah.
mean...
Did
I
you
don't
just
know, I
heckle
kinda subscribe to the-
$5,000? And then it's like, wait, what? Yeah, you got to give $5,000 to the Crown.
Yeah.
And if you debate this, the Crown lawyers have to debate you in the court. And it's like, well, fuck, I'll just
Seems
pay
like
the
that would
fine.
just waste everyone's time and money.
Wouldn't they shut the fuck up though? Like, But that's the goal here, is getting a proper conversation happening in amongst the
one
leaders.
guy overseeing 120 people, there's going to be some heckling, and some of it will be over the line, and you go, now you get the fuck out. And
but that's it.
If you're proposing drawing that line somewhere else, I'd love to know.
How you said, there's a line, and if you go over the line, you're in trouble.
And
no. The line is you're not
right?
supposed to say anything while someone's talking. It's civility, isn't it? You don't want howler monkeys in the fucking parliament.
No.
But
why? You inevitably get some because we are monkeys.
Find them. Monkeys don't have wallets. Yeah. Find these motherfuckers and see if they shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Because it's the heckling shit is like, that shows me that it's not an intellectual pursuit to find what works for everything. It's a competition. It's a theater. It's promos from wrestling.
It is. The thing to remember about politics, the way that we do it, is the person who wins is not the person who's right. It's the person who's best at debating.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They should change that. It should be, find the cunts that heckle, and then that way you can't get like, okay, if somebody makes a really good point, nobody's allowed to go, ooh. Right. Yeah.
So even
it's
the
not
allied,
a sitcom.
even the allied guys who
you
were
have
like,
to shut the fuck
right
up.
on. Like, no, you two, out.
Everybody shut the fuck up and listen. You're fucking professionals. This isn't your fucking job. Just sit here and
so you
act like a
understand
classroom.
that would make it less like wrestling, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be
And
less like
you would
wrestling.
like that.
It should be less like wrestling. Yeah. I'm a big fan of wrestling. I don't want to watch Parliament and be reminded of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, cool as. Where's all my money going? And you got Chris Hipkins and Luxon just trying to Hulk Hogan and Macho Man.
Steel chair!
Yeah, that'd be way cooler. They should just fight. If you're going to do it that way, make a fake fight.
I would like to see more hands thrown, like, at the highest levels. Like, not... I don't want to in like street to street and like families fighting each other because of political alliances, but I wouldn't mind a little bit at the very top.
I reckon Samantha Paul fucks them all up, eh?
Yeah, I'd love to Paul versus Seymour. My goodness.
I reckon she milks their cunt.
I think, I think she'd drag him through the dirt, bro.
And it'd be like watching Cartman get a hiding. When Wendy fucks him up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he tries dirty tricks in the middle and stuff.
Gets to the end and she's like, I'm finished. Like she's
I got one little bit more Kiwi news. Mark Lundy was released from jail.
Is he released or about to be?
I believe he might be about to be released.
Yeah.
It was confirmed about a month ago, and it came back up in the news. I think it's now
because Palmerston North are like, nope.
Yeah. Now there are some interesting parallels here. He's accused of killing his wife and daughter. Mm-hmm. He, I would say, exhibits some traits of some kind of killer, but. You know that guy Scott Watson who supposedly killed Ben Hope and Olivia Smythe?
Was that Bluff?
Somewhere around there, bro. Okay, so that guy was eligible for parole like 10 years ago or something, and he hasn't been able to get out because he doesn't admit that he killed those people.
Yeah.
And they use that as like psychologists can't get through to this guy to reconcile what's wrong with him because he doesn't admit
he's not been
that he
rehabbed.
did. Yeah. Okay, Mark Lundy does not admit that he killed his wife and daughter, but he is being released on parole. And I read a couple articles about it, and they're like, he's a carpenter, he's considered low risk, he's like, he has nothing to gain by killing anybody. Like, okay, but he said but he's still saying, no, I didn't kill them, and you're keeping another guy on that same premise.
Yeah,
isn't that kind of fucked
up? Yeah,
bro,
shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, that's
the contradiction
wild.
Is wild. Yeah, where the fuck, poor cunts.
Yeah, and to me that's more interesting than whether either one of them is innocent or guilty. It's like just sometimes the system changes on vibes. Yeah. Just the general... That's horrible. You got a. It's not a perfect system, but you got a pretty good system, and then you fuck with it based on vibes. I don't like that so much.
Just someone being like, well, look at him. Like, yeah. Scott Watson seems crazy.
Yeah. Scott Watson, like a fucking psycho, spends all his time writing letters and filing appeals. Mark Lundy makes cabinetry. Seems like a solid dude.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
I keep seeing this. I keep seeing this bus in the wild with upside down flags in the window of the bus.
That guy comes to work.
Yeah, bro. I keep seeing this guy, and I don't know if you know what that means, but that's a maritime signal.
Well,
it means
distress?
vessel. No, it means vessel in distress.
Yeah.
So is the bus in distress?
The country.
No, but that's not what that means. It means the bus is in distress.
You don't get the metaphor, son. That guy fucking loves me, bro. He comes to me all the time.
Yeah, he doesn't like me so much, bro.
No, he thinks we're boys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
So it is the country in distress. His bus isn't in distress.
I think it's the country, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet if a cop pulls him over, he starts citing maritime law, but he doesn't know that he's publicly declaring his bus is in distress.
Yeah, I think he might be soft-sit.
I imagine that he is, bro. Well, gods love him.
I've got a mate, I used to have a friend there who's gone full sovereign citizen. He's like videos all over TikTok, bro, of him getting pulled over, bro.
You want to talk about
folders and folders and folders of shit?
You want to talk about online racists to get fascinated in? Sovereign citizens all day.
They're insane.
Yeah, bro.
Man. Yeah, and like listening to the cops try to talk to like just this one dude who I used to know, and like listening to the cops have to deal with him, and he's like, nah, I'm this under that, pulls out all these folders and papers and shit, and the cops are just like, that's all well and good, man, but you need a license, eh? To operate a car, and he's like, bro, under this, and he just keeps piling up.
It's great, bro. If I say the right magic words to the cop, he has to let me go.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that.
Under article, I am technically a maritime entity.
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
technically a vessel. I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Yeah.
If you say all those things to a cop, he has to let you go, and he definitely won't tase you, bro. Every one of those videos ends the exact same way.
Fuck. I remember this movie I watched once where a cunt gets pulled over by the cops, and the cop goes, hey, mate. He's there, and the cop's having like a shit day, and he pulls this dude over, and he's like, hey, that stop sign back there, you didn't come to a complete stop, mate, so I'm just having to tell you and giving you a bit of a warning. And the guy in the car's like, well, what's the difference? I was like, I slowed down, I didn't come to a complete stop, but like, what's the difference? And this cop, bro, just sort of breaks, like his brain's just had enough for the day.
Yeah.
He grabs the cunt out of the car, pulls out his baton, and he starts hitting him. And then he's like, now, do you see how I'm slowing down? Or would you like me to come to a complete fucking stop? And I always think of like with those cops and listening to them have to deal with the sovereign citizens. Like,
yeah, bro.
I think
they deal with people at their worst all day, bro.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want cops around me personally, but they have to exist in some capacity, and all they do is deal with people at their worst moments. And sometimes they deal with a regular guy who's being a dickhead because he thinks if he says the right magic words, you can't fuck with him.
Yeah.
You're like, I have rapists to deal with. Fuck you, and they tase them. Yes. That's why all those videos end the same way.
Bro, and that's why I can't understand it. Of like, why would you try? Like, did it work once?
No,
and that's
no, it
why
has literally never worked. There's no videos of it working.
I've never seen it. Like, I've never seen the dudes.
There's a million
under this, under that, under
million
this,
videos of them getting tased and their cars' windows broken and choked out and shit. There's none of a cop letting them go because they said they were a ship.
Yeah, I'm a boat. Let me go. Yeah, that's enough. I'm a boat. It's like, because have you seen the videos of the auditors? Like guys that'll just walk around and film police stations.
I have seen a video of a guy who asks the cop, like, how you doing? Where you going today?
Yeah.
The cop's like, what? He's like, had anything to drink today, sir? He's like, fucking what?
Bro, have you seen the one
it's a simple question, sir. Had anything to drink?
He's walking through a car park just filming the cops and they're filming the station, and this cop gets out of his car, bro, and like walks over, and he's clearly fucked up. He's like, you need to get out of here. And the dude's like, have you been drinking? And you see this cop go like, no, like stand away, and then other people come out, and it's like, nah, it's a completely protected activity, legal as. You can get upset if you want, but They're allowed to do it.
You can ask a cop if he's been drinking.
Bro, you can...
That's disrespectful, and they might not like it.
And they might not like it,
You could do it. It's not illegal.
I think it's hard case of like... You must have to get up to illegal shit all the time to be at work and somebody come in like watching and filming you and you're like, get the fuck out of here. Like we have OSH workers, OSH assessors and stuff. We have all sorts come
I
through
had
work.
guys come into work telling me not to kill myself.
Yep.
Have you met those guys?
Yeah, mates in construction. That's their names. I've got their little business cards, and if my workers seem depressed, I have to give them a card.
I can't take that interaction seriously, bro, with like whatever.
Bro.
But when I deal with those people, like after 5 seconds of talking to them, I'm like, I'm not going to kill myself. I know I'm giving off that aura. I would have done it already.
It's
Don't worry about it.
Case too of like, hi, how's it going? Yeah, I'm this person. Oh, I'm that person. Oh, sweet. Yeah. So how long you been working here? I'm not going to kill myself. And they just...
Well, it's because they're suicide prevention people used to dealing with closed up tradies. So they meet me and they're like, hey, we're suicide prevention people. So how you doing?
They just get...
I'm not going to do it.
Of course
Don't
not.
worry.
I've never thought that.
I'm telling them.
Yeah.
Shout out if you listen to this podcast.
Well, with those auditors,
Yeah.
like if you watch these fellas like walking around just filming in public and shit, and then someone comes riding over like, you don't have my permission to film, and the auditors all know their stuff, and they're like, well, actually, you're in
a public place,
it's fine. And then you get a gung-ho cop come over, and then
they don't know the law.
Yeah,
I don't know if everybody knows that, but
call their
cops
supervisor,
don't know
and the
law,
supervisor has to show up and be like, yeah, he's allowed to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And is that you?
Maybe. Can you hear something?
Yeah, there's a gzzz. Is it your lead? Yeah, it is your lead.
Okay.
Yeah, all good. But watching these like jacked up cops who are ready to fucking pounce on anything get told like, nah, the crazy man with the camera is right. That's why those spawned out so many times. Because I don't have a problem with it. People going into like government buildings and filming, and they're like, you can't film in here, and it's like, you're totally allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then watching those cunts get educated on it's funny. But some of those auditors push their fucking luck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we're saying, like cops are going like, I'm fucking got to go catch drug dealers later.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna get 3 domestic violence call outs tonight.
Yeah, sitting here with a cunt trying to tell me he's a fucking boat.
Yeah.
Or like some auditor you getting called because there's a guy in a mask filming. And it's like, Jesus, fuck, bro, can you take the mask off? And it's like, I don't answer questions. And like, cops say, fuck, don't hit him.
Yeah, bro.
Must be hard.
And you've been in the have to hit guys mode all day, and he's sassing you the same way. He's just not the same physical threat. Maybe I was supposed to do public intervention, and I did hard ass, bro.
Yep.
Sometimes you're just in the wrong mode.
Speaking of physical threats, bro.
Yo, I heard about some physical threats, bro. How tall would you say you are?
Me, I'm like, I think I'm exactly 1.8.
1.8 what?
Meters.
Oh, meters.
What did you say? 1.8?
Bar. That's pressure. So you're like just under 6 feet.
Yeah, I think I'm like 5'11".
Yeah, that doesn't matter. You're 6 feet. You never have to say you're 5'11", bro.
No, I'm saying it for the short kings.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure they do.
I have no friends that are short kings. I'm the shortest of all my friends.
Yeah, you are the short king, bro. That's
always
that makes total sense. That's why you're taking the
5'11".
position.
Yeah.
I heard. So
It's got all these fucking homunculuses for friends.
Yeah, bro. I'm 6'2", 185.
Yeah.
We talked last week, but I actually put my weight into a thing. I'm 185. Whatever. I'm
185 pounds.
I'm not self-conscious about it, and that's what matters.
You're totally self-conscious about it.
No, I don't think so. I heard that Trump is 6'3", so he's taller than me, and he's 224.
Yeah.
Can you believe that, bro?
Because what are you? I'm 105 kilos.
So 235, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trump's way heavier than me.
He's way fucking heavier than you.
Like, yeah. Because he's quite... Is he tall?
He's 6 foot.
Yeah.
I don't think he's 6'3".
Yeah, no, he's definitely not 6'3", because...
If you want to dig into it, I'm 6'2" and a half, but nobody wants to hear that part.
No,
so just if you're 5'11", you're 6 foot, and that's fine. If I'm 6'2" and a half, I have to shut up, and I'm 6'2". That's how it works.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Trump's definitely not like, because I was cracking up. They're like Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He's 6'3", 225. And
Yeah,
you're like,
bro. Basically the same guy.
That's the same dude.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, same hair even.
They talked about his excellent cardio fitness.
Yeah.
Now, name for me, quickly, a bunch of 80-year-olds with excellent cardio fitness.
Oh, there's got to be a Shaolin monk somewhere who's never, shuns
Okay, so
TV.
one hypothetical Shaolin
hypothetical monk.
And Trump.
And Trump.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Nice. He'll be bodybuilders and stuff.
Oh,
He's obviously not that. He's a lot of fast food, and they cite it on his medical certificate. We know his cardio is good because he plays golf. Like, he does the most awkward swing I've ever. I'm not a golf player. What do you call you guys? Golfers. Sorry,
Yeah.
I almost got I almost spoonerized it. He's got the most awkward swing you've ever seen, and he carts from place to place.
He doesn't have a very good swing. I definitely agree with that.
He's been winning his tournaments though, bro.
At his own club.
Pretty good, yeah. When he's the president, he wins all his.
I have seen him play.
Who's going to be the guy who beats him? Who's going to do that?
No one. He's going to go for third term, and America will fall.
Bro,
have you seen anything about the El Salvadorian prison?
I certainly have.
And that senator that's rolled down there to help that dude who got sent?
Who went there?
I can't remember his name.
Neither. But I remember that the president showed up and talked to Trump, and he was asked by a reporter, are you going to bring the guy who's not allowed to have been sent there according to your Supreme Court? Are you going to bring him home? And he was like, I can't bring a terrorist home to the United States. Like, I can't import a terrorist. Like, he's not accused of terrorism.
Boy, they don't care.
Ooh.
And then apparently Trump and that president have been like messaging each other like fucking teenagers.
Solid. Hell yeah.
Did you hear the part where Trump told him, can you build 5 more prisons? I'm going to need some for the homegrowers.
Nice. That sounds about right.
Because he's just going to start deporting fucking...
Well, I mean, he's proven that he can do whatever he wants. So the way it works over there, the Supreme Court told Trump that he can't keep that guy there and he has to bring him back, which he's said that he's not doing.
Yeah.
Which would be a crime to be in contempt of the Supreme Court. However, the Supreme Court also they published a nifty ruling last year that means the president can't get in trouble for crimes. So,
speaking of
defying the Supreme Court, kind of not a thing.
Speaking of not being able to get in trouble, but now being able to get in trouble, the investigation into Fauci has begun. Apparently.
Oh, get him, bro! Get that motherfucker!
And did you see RFK's latest speech on how bad autism is?
I heard parts of it, I think. I don't know if there was like a dishwasher on in the room where he was speaking, but
he was just talking through an old-timey radio. Yeah.
So
about like how autistic people can't have jobs they can't drive cars, and most of them can't go to the toilet unassisted.
I thought when he said we're going to know what's up by September, that he was going to wait until close to September before he started talking like this. But like,
he's a week later.
No, he's too hard, bro. No, he hasn't jerked off. He's too hard. He's fucking... I'm going to do it now. He comes out like a few days after that announcement being like, some environmental condition is causing this to happen to our children.
But did you see
some external factor? We don't know what.
Did you see when Trump was at the UFC?
No.
He gets treated like a king there.
Sure he does.
But anyway, he's walking...
He's treated like a king everywhere. It's a bit embarrassing in places, bro.
He's walking to his seat, bro, going through, meeting everyone, and RFK Jr.'s there. And he rocks up and shakes RFK's hand, and standing next to him is old Hero Shines.
Hero Shines.
Yeah, that's his missus.
That poor woman.
Yeah, and she puts her hand out, bro, and Trump goes, and just walks off. And she's standing there like making snub theirs. She's the one that told RFK if he worked with Trump, she'd leave him.
And she didn't leave him.
And so Trump's just like, fucking no handshake for you, lady.
Yeah.
It cracked me up, bro, just how petty that cunt is.
Wow. I mean, none of that shit's real, right? Like Cheryl Hayden's married to the brainworm running RFK's affairs. Like, what does that mean if he's like a serial philanderer? She said he would, whatever.
I just love that Trump's just like, nah, won't shake her hand. That cracked me up for a bit.
Do you know that guy, Steve Bannon?
Yeah.
He's doing
Noted
he's a very
racist.
He's a very punchable face. He's a failed artist.
Yeah.
Which are people you should be very fucking careful around.
Them,
yeah,
bro.
big time.
Especially if they're vegetarians too.
Is he a vegetarian?
No, but Hitler was.
Oh yeah.
Failed artist who was a vegetarian.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the bad guys in history are failed artists, and he's one.
See, it's weird how Kanye's gone all weird, but he's a successful artist.
Yeah.
Same circle though.
Yeah, interesting,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
That Steve Bannon guy, he answers every question as if you are asking him if he's about to cheat on his wife. So like, hey, are you going to have like military parades in the US? He's like, I mean, who knows, man?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we will.
Did
you see the day after Elon Musk had his little Roman moment? You know,
if you want to
and then
call it
spun
that.
around and had another Roman.
Yeah, and Bannon did one
Bro,
the next
Bannon
day.
did one, but he did it like with a big smile and really softly. Like, my heart goes out to all of you.
Yeah, bro.
And like, if I could have
he's a
reached him
creepy
through
cunt.
my screen, I would have fucking thumbs and eyeballs. Like, not like it's a gross gesture, but the way he did it and the shit-eating fucking grin that he
'Cause
has
he's
on him.
winning.
Oh my god, he's a failed creative who's now bringing what he considers his own ideas to life in the real world.
He's like Rush
the
Limbaugh.
true artist.
He's
bro.
like Rush Limbaugh times 5.
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
like all the shit that Rush talked about while he was on Fox. Steve Bannon's actually doing.
Yeah,
that's the difference between the two of them.
Bannon's a piece of shit, bro.
Oh, definitely, bro.
There's like treatments, like scripts and stuff that he's written that are out there. That are
Nah, he's fucked in the head. What's our time at on the?
Shit, I don't know.
Okay, should we have a break and then kick into some tunnels?
Sounds great.
I've got 2 pretty cool ones.
Oh shit, I got one more thing though.
Oh, sure.
Did you see that video of krusty gnomes? With an assault rifle pointing a gun at a guy's head, bro.
Did you see the dude
lucky
go?
He's not an adorable little puppy, dude.
Yeah.
Bow!
Did you see that dude go like? She starts talking and like I watched his special forces shit go. What the fuck?
Yeah. There's a gun pointed at my face. That's never supposed to happen to
bro,
me.
That was dodgy.
Bro, he's lucky he's not a puppy, bro. He'd be pushed right in a gravel pit.
Have you noticed how? Do you remember that we heard the news thing about demon face syndrome?
Yeah.
How people are going to start seeing it and it's a mental illness?
Yeah.
It's not that there's lots of demon faces out there. People are going to have mental illness. But have you seen what those astronaut ladies look like before they left?
They probably
cheekbone filler.
They used a lot of like extra fuel because of how much collagen they brought up with them.
Dude, I didn't know though that there's like the new way they're doing plastic surgery and makeup in the States for the Republicans is like the demon face thing.
It is, bro. Yeah,
it's real weird, bro.
Yeah. If you look at Christina Gargoyle and
all of them,
Krusty Gnomes, all those guys.
Well, bro, when you
Melania,
saw
she's the prototype.
Yeah, and then you see the like Katy Perry, Gayle King, all of those ladies that went to space.
Yeah,
there's a photo.
Heroes.
There's a photo, Stunning and Brave. There's a photo of them, and all of their cheekbones, bro, are exaggerated to the point that it's almost like the proportions.
It's almost like they were hand selected by one weirdo.
Nah, like
right?
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at it and your brain is telling you to get the fuck away from it.
Yeah.
Because these aren't real people.
Yeah, unless you're a total fucking weirdo like Jeff Bezos.
He's definitely
and you're into a certain thing.
I'm not talking about Bezos with you. There's not one thing about a billionaire that you've ever said that doesn't result in talking about their penis.
You don't want to talk about billionaires, bro?
Not about their cum, if that's what you're going.
I wasn't necessarily going to talk about their cum.
But it was, it's always our favourite. Let's have a break and go to tunnels, and if you want, we'll sneak some billionaire cum in at the end.
You got it, buddy.
Ooh, that's fucking gets you going.
It's tunnel talk, everybody.
Isn't it just? Now, where is it?
You got some tunnel talk for us, Hellvis?
I do, bro, but I fucking can't remember where I saved it. But anyway, this is the first one I want to do.
Okay.
This is just because of how hard something made you laugh a while back.
All right.
Was the guy that painted the tunnel.
That's amazing.
Wile E. Coyote style?
Yes, the real life Wile E. Coyote.
I remember where it is now.
Brazil?
Yeah, this is a different one.
Oh, you mean the file?
Yeah.
I assume that's in Brazil as well.
Bro, somebody painted like the street on the wall. And a fellow like smashed through it. And like,
Oh my god!
yeah.
Yes!
yeah. I'll try to get that video in.
Look,
but
it's less cartoonish, but it's a fully realized version of it.
Yeah.
Oh
but
man,
it just looks like.
oh the poor bastard. did he pay the guy whose car?
I don't know, but that guy.
He needs to have he wrecked that guy's day.
That guy rang the cops though and was like, "I've just smashed
that
into
guy
a
was
wall."
correct to read. Yes,
And he says, someone painted the street on a fucking Wile E. Coyote style. And
if it's a cartoony looking cave with the ostrich next to
The
it,
Roadrunner
with
next
the
to it.
Roadrunner next to it, then you won't call the cops. If it looks like a real street, yes, you can call the cops.
so that's where pranks turn into crime as a skill issue. It's so funny. Now,
It's great.
Now, I'll just finish my one too. My main tunnel one there was a jewelry store called Love Jewels.
That's my second tunnel talk.
Get fucked.
Yeah, bro, check this
bro.
out. Yo, they stole $10 million
I got
worth of
20
jewels.
million from two safes.
Depends who you ask, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to initial reports, it's 10 million, but the owner, Shlomo Goldstein, says it's more like, no, I made that name up. I don't know.
Fucking hell. That was
But the owner says it's 20 million.
discussion report, bro.
Oh, it's a discussion report, all right. They tunneled through multiple layers of concrete to
They
break
used
in
the
on
abandoned
Friday
theatre
night.
next door by the
Yeah,
looks.
bro. And they, it's easier, obviously, to tunnel through
It's so
man-made
funny,
structures
eh?
that you can predict and
Yeah, you know
compensate
what's
for.
going next.
But pretty cool. Broken Friday night, not discovered till Monday morning. They're long gone.
And apparently nothing is, they're penniless. Like, they took everything.
Yeah.
Because you put everything in your safes. That you...
I had $20 million worth of stuff there, man. Come on.
Are you saying this is something else?
I'm saying on the website, the stuff that they advertise is worth like $1,100.
Can you fact check
$400.
something for me? Can you fact check what Jewish lightning is?
If your average piece of stock is worth $400, how much do you have to have $20 million worth of stock?
I don't know.
A lot, man.
Is it's not like 10 chains?
Well, this is a great place for a fact checker.
He's checking something for me first.
Oh.
It's gonna be funny. Do you think there's a bit of dodginess going on here?
There's always some dodginess. I think if a jewelry store gets robbed, there's dodginess.
Because don't like rappers and shit have like $10 million chains. $1 million chain.
I wouldn't know, sir.
Have you heard of that?
Jewish lightning? What is this?
Yeah, I thought you'd like this.
Now, this is not my stance.
Nah.
Jewish lightning, a derogatory phrase describing the act of burning down a home or institution in order to collect the insurance money. Jewish lightning?
That was on that show, The Beer, the other day.
Jewish lightning, like Jew down, is a phrase rooted in Jewish stereotypes of stinginess and greed. This is the American Jewish Committee. Wow.
That's why I'm asking.
The faulty reasoning argues that because Jews love money and are unwilling to spend it, they will commit insurance fraud. Is there someone around that loves money and is unwilling to spend it?
I thought that was everyone.
Yeah, I think that is everyone, right?
But will you commit a... I know a few fellas whose trucks got stolen.
Or you do.
You know, New Zealand knows a lot of fellas that have stuff that fell off the back of a truck.
Fuck, I didn't tell you this. I saw a guy, I had occasion to help a guy start his vehicle. And he's a builder. And I saw his chop in the center console of his van. For the uninitiated, a chop is there's marijuana and tobacco.
That's brilliant.
Like mulled together. I saw that and it's
Just driving around with it in the console.
Yes, and he had me help him start his van.
Should have asked for a cone. He would have given you one.
He who has not sinned cast the first stone.
I just think I'd ask.
I would never shame him for that. I would just mention it on my podcast.
I wouldn't smoke it. I'd just be like, nah, I got to get home. But I'd ask him.
You would?
Yeah. Gotta spare one, bro. And he's like, fuck you. I'm like, nah, I'm just fucking anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, not these days. If I was younger, maybe. I'm still stuck on the like how do you come up with the street prank? Like painting the street. Like where do you do it? Would you put it on framing?
Doing
timber?
it as a cartoon,
Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
Doing it as a real street is maybe a bit too. That's a bit much.
Yeah, but it's like that's what I mean. It's so much like the admin behind it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hire a warehouse to paint this fucking street-sized thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's still the same. Like, the size of it is fucking phenomenal. Like, that's a big task to then set it up. Like, what, you gonna get up in the morning before everyone else and change this fucking part of the street? The tunnel one is just so much hilarious and much more funny because it has a road running next to it.
You'd have to be so dumb for that to affect you. So we all kind of think it's fine.
Yeah. Now, I think we're pretty much done.
I think we're done, dude.
Did you want to do anything on Billionaire Come?
No. Billionaire Come, look, it was excluded from the last episode. It wasn't us that did that. It was our there was some kind of gremlins, dude. There was like, we had issues digitally.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire, an underground tube, the dank and the glue.